Here we go again. It's been a while. I think I started my last video with that. It's been a while. Yeah, welcome back to Motorcycle Junkie. And look at this. I've had a tidy up. So yeah, it's looking much better. I can actually walk into my shed now. Don't know how long it'll stay like that. Anyway, I've got the two GPZ engines lifted up onto the bench there. Give myself a double hernia trying to shift the fucking things. So, quick recap. This one here came out of the running red GPZ. Problem with this one, just to remind you, was that it had good compression, but it had uneven compression. It had, I think it's something like 125 on one and 175 on the other. We pulled it apart. We found a score going up the barrel, which I think is this one here, if I recall. That's how long it's been since I've done anything. Was it this one? Or was that the one off the blown up? No, that's the one off the blown up engine. Right. So what the fuck have I done? Oh, there you go. It's next to it. Yeah, this is the one, because I cleaned them all up, didn't I? I faced them all off. So yeah, sorry about the lighting here. I know it's not great, but yeah, this has got a line there. I don't know if you can see that. It's not too deep. I've honed it, and I'm going to try and put it back together as it is. I was going to have them reboard and oversized pistons. I can get the reboard done incredibly cheap, actually. It's about 60 quid a side. The problem I've got is you can't get oversized pistons. So anyway, that aside, I think we decided that the problem was on the valves. We did a leak down test and found out that the main problem was on the side, on the head, on the valves, we believe. We're going to have a look at that in a minute. We also found a piston ring broken. Which one was that? I think it was this one. We don't know whether the broken piston ring caused that score or something else caused that score and made the piston ring break. But anyway, we're going to put a second-hand piston ring on that. So yeah, I know, I don't care. Comment away, I'm still doing it. And then we're going to find the head, whatever we've done with that. It's kicking around here somewhere, it will show up. And we're going to reface off the valves, get this all put back together, probably give it a good clean, paint it, make it look smart. And then that will be the engine that we'll compression test it again, see what it looks like, but that's probably the one we're going to use. This engine here is one we bought second hand. Paid 50 quid for it, in unknown condition. All turns over, all seems to rotate, and no funny noises or anything, but virtually no compression on it. So I think we've done a leak down test on that and established that it's a head as well. Can't remember. That's how long it's been. Anyway, let me excuse me. Let me dig out the head for that, and we'll see if we can find a piston ring. I've got a second-hand one somewhere, and we'll start to try and think about getting something back together. Right, back soon. Right then, let's have a look. I thought the missing piston ring was one of the ones off the bottom, on the piston, but it's not the case. It's missing off the top here, so I'm just going to rotate that engine round, being careful not to lose me cam chain, just to get this piston up so we can have a quick look. Oh, come on, behave yourself. Right, yeah, they all seem fine on that one, so we're about to be invaded by my granddaughter, I think. So let's just go back to get this second piston at TDC. Right, that's the one. Here we go. Granddaughter's here. I promised I'd learn her how to ride her electric scooter. Right, let me get on with that and I'll come back. Right, that's electric scooter lesson over. Right, where was I? Can we zoom you in? Which button is it? Put your fucking glasses on, you'll see it. Oh, hang on, is that it? Wrong way, try that way. Oh, look at that. Yes. Right. It's this one, isn't it? Right, zoom you in a little bit more. Go the right fucking way. Right, there we go. Right, this one had a broken ring on it. I thought it was a bottom, as I said, but it's not. It's the top one. Is that bottom one stuck? Is it stuck? Or is it? No, it's not. It's moving fine. It just don't seem to be sticking out very far, if you know what I mean, to sort of give the compression unit. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we've got a piston ring missing, and somewhere we have a piston. So this one here, that's it's got a little bit of damage on the top there. I'm sure it's nothing a bit of JB Weld won't sort out. I thought I had a better one than that. Where's the other one? Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah, this one I think is probably usable. That melted one obviously is out that off that engine of the one I've got outside. And this is the one off the other side of the one outside, the one that didn't detonate itself. So I could just put oil up. What's the fucking chances I find? Oh, there it is. Fucking little pin there. Right. So what I'm going to do is that ratchet landed on my foot, didn't hurt at all. I'm going to rescue that second hand piston ring. Let me just get a little wire brush because I've got a slight little bit of pitting in there, which I just want to see if I can get out. This is just a fairly soft wire brush. Just want to clean that up a little bit. What I think it is, I think it's got like a piece in there that stops the ring rotating, to clock the ring, if you like. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, that'll be fine. I've moved my toolbox around so I can't find anything now. So that piston ring will go on there. This was the one that was broke, or the one that had a broken ring on it rather. So that's good. Okay, right, we're good. I've got a gasket set, but it's a cheap fucking thing from AliExpress, and I'm kind of wondering whether the second-hand one might be better than a new one. Anyway, that's that. We've got a spare piston here. Bob in there. Put that away. This is so good having all this room and tidy and everything. I ain't gonna last because I'm a fucking slob. But while it's here, it's good. Right. Now there's nothing to stop me putting on the barrels. Zoom you back out. That's in, you daft cunt. There you go. Zoom out. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that now. Simply because this needs cleaning up and I'm undecided as to which gasket I'm going to use. I'll show you what I've got. Well, I would if I hadn't fucking lost it. Somewhere in this shed is a new gasket set. Where the fuck I've put it, God knows. But anyway, next job I think is we're going to pull the head apart and relap all of the valves. Before we do that, we'll do a little test I'm going to do just to confirm that they are leaking. They are leaking because I did a leak down test, but there's another little test I can do to demonstrate that, hopefully. So let me grab that just a sec. Well, that's bloody irritating. I had a bottle of isopropyl alcohol which I was going to do a test on this cylinder head. Can't find it. I'm fucking terrible with putting things down and not knowing where I put them. Annoying. Anyway, I've got some white spirit here for the purposes of the experiment. It will do just fine. That's that cheap nasty head gasket set I bought. I don't know if I'm going to use it or how much of it I'm going to use because I think it's pretty crap, to be honest, but we'll see. Anyway, this is the cylinder head and we believe that one or more of these valves are leaking. Now in order to verify that, I'm simply going to fill the voids with this white spirit, like so. Now if they're leaking, which I believe they are, I fucking hope they are anyway, that white spirit will leak through the valves and identify it. So let me leave that for a few minutes. We'll turn the camera back on and have another look. Well, it's been about 10 minutes and this is kind of good news, bad news in a way, because as you can see that white spirit has gone nowhere, which kind of tells me that the valves are not leaking. So maybe, I can't remember, I'd have to look back on the video, but I thought we did a leak down test and we established that it was the top end, but maybe that was a test I did on the other engine, or maybe I'm getting confused. Anyway, with this far in, I am going to pull them valves anyway, and we're going to lap them. I just know I ain't going to do too much lapping, but we'll lap them in. We'll face off this head as well, because it could have been this head gasket leaking, couldn't it? So we will do the work as though they are leaking anyway. So let's make a start. Right. And I don't have to remove those, what you call it, up and downy flippity floppity things, you know what I mean. I know I'm getting technical. Flip and flop and up and down and flippity floppers. That's what they're called. Right, somewhere in one of these red boxes I've got no idea where. Is a tool for removing them. That's not it. That's the compression thing, my big jigger-me, poker-me thing. Is it this? I think it's this one. Cheap Chinese tools. Can't beat them. I'll tell you what I have got. I have got, oh, you're going to like this. Nat's going to like this. Ta-da! Tough Black. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you would need to follow Matt Hudson's channel. Dirty Garage Guy. Because he hasn't got a fucking good word to say about that stuff. But why you bought it then? Why didn't you say? Well, because it was cheap. It was £5 a can. And I don't always listen to other people's opinions. I'm not disrespecting his opinion. He may be very correct. But I'm going to find out for myself whether it's crap. Anyway. Let me find a thing for this. I don't even know what I'm going to paint with it, to be honest. I just bought it because it was cheap. Right, what we've got here, let's... Right, that's inlet. So what I probably need to do is get a bit of cardboard. Get a bit of cardboard and poke holes in it so that I can put all the valves into the cardboard to make sure they go in exactly the same way they come out. But let me whip one of these out on camera, and then I'm going to turn the camera off and just crack on and get all the others out, because you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. That goes in there. I won't use this for a little while, you can see, because it's rusty. And then that, no, that goes on there, doesn't it, you silly old bastard, you. Have I got that right? Probably not. Anyway, I don't care. It pokes the valve out. Right, so this here, you get the right size one, and then you get the head the right way round, like you had it the first fucking time. That sits onto there, like so, and it presses down and compresses that spring that you can see. There's videos on, there's people online that have made videos about this and done a fucking sight better job than what I'm going to, so go and have a look. But anyway, we'll take this out. I think I've got that in the wrong way round. Have I? Oh, I don't fucking know. There's guys out there watching my videos under the impression that they think that I know what I'm doing. I don't. True confessions. Just get this up to size. So I'll set this up, and then I'll try and show you how I've got it set up, to give you an idea of what the fuck I'm doing. And then that goes on that way, doesn't it? Told you, I don't know what I'm doing. yeah, and then we'll take it from there. I've sold my bike trailer, which is a bit of a silly thing to do. Right, so what we've got that onto the top of the valve there, and then as you can see it goes round the head, and then the other end of it is into the other side of the valve. So when I wind that in, it's going to compress that spring. Yeah, I've sold my bike trailer. Actually, let's take a bit of that off, so I'm going to have nothing to wind in. So we'll take some of that off there, put it back on here. So we've got some thread to actually wind in onto the valve. Yeah, I've done a couple of silly things actually. One is I've sold my bike trailer, and the reason I've sold my bike trailer is because I'm not going to be able to pull it anymore. And the reason I'm not going to be able to pull it anymore is because I've bought a new car. New to me, second hand. And the reason that's a silly thing is because I haven't even told the missus. I live dangerously. So we're winding that in like so, and the little collets, usually you have to pull them out with a magnet. I've shown you this before, haven't I? I'm sure I have. Yeah, that's the little collets. So that one's flew out. Let me get a magnet. So yeah, next week I shall just park my new car on the drive, and the missus will come home and think, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? And she won't speak to me, and all will be well. I've lost one of the little collets. Ah, there it is. It flew out. So yeah, that's the pair of little collets. If I can pick the fucking thing up. So yeah, there's the little collets that go on the valve stem, and I'll pull the valve out and I'll show you exactly where they go. Not that exciting, you probably already know, but just in case there's someone from planet Mars who's never seen a valve extracted. So off with the top piece, and then there's two springs in here, and you'll see they are progressive springs, i.e. they're finer at the bottom. There you go, and the fine part of the spring goes to the bottom, i.e. you know what I mean. So there's the valve. Okay. Doesn't look in bad shape. Is that an inlet or a... No, that's an exhaust. Is that an exhaust? Oh no, it's an inlet. Hang on, where the fuck's it come there? There it is. So yeah, that don't look in bad shape actually. And then right in there, don't know if you can see that, but that thing there, there is the valve stem oil seal. And I'll try and pull that off if I can, because I've got new ones in the gasket set. Oh fuck it, Joel stroll on. There in the gasket set. Hang on, get it in fucking view, that gun. There's some new ones there, look. So let me get a pair of pliers. Where the fuck is my pliers? In the pliers drawer. Right, that'll do. Cheap nasty fucking thing. So I'm just going to reach down in there, pull that off. Generally destroys them when you remove them, but they're being replaced anyway. So there is the old, that's metal, wow. Yeah, there is the old valve stem oil seal. Do you know what, I'm tempted to buy OEM ones now because I didn't realise they were metal. Hey. Anyway, when this is assembled, that goes on there. This is obviously in the head. That goes on there. And then if you look, you will see a groove in that, to the end of that valve. So, I'll try and show you. If I drop these on my shed floor, they're gone forever. That's it. They're history. Where's the other one? I've already lost one. No, feel around with a magnet. Oh, that's not good. How can I lose one already? Do you know, I'm tempted not to replace the valve stem oil seals now. I've seen what quality they are. I have lost a little collet. I do have spares, so not the end of the world, but I was going to show you how they fit onto the, what do you call it, the do-flop. Hang on, let me find it, I'll switch it back on. Yeah, found it. So yeah, they fit on so fiddly. They fit on like that, and then the spring tension will force that up like that, and that locks it into place. So that's pretty much how they work. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and strip all the valves out of this, and then we'll come back and start lapping. Right, they're all out. I've got a decision to make. Well, I think I've already made the decision, but I shall take you through my thought process. Now, valve stem oil seals. I've got a new set in that kit, but they look cheap. I've had a look online, and a brand new set is 50 quid, £7.50 post and packing, and they haven't got any. So my decisions, or my choices that I need to make are order up new ones and wait for them to turn up, which could be whenever. Use the use the ones in that gasket set, which to me they don't look particularly good quality. They're Chinese, and although they might work initially, I think they'd very quickly wear out. My third choice, and the one I'm going to actually be going with, is to leave the original valve stem oil seals and reuse them. Having made this decision, or what's made me make this decision, they are metal cased, really good quality ones. Obviously original, or if they're not original, they've been replaced with original. Now the rubber feels soft and pliable, and when I put a valve in, and I've tried this with, I've been through all of these and they're all the same, it's a really firm fit. There's resistance on there. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I think they would be better than using the new ones, which are not OEM. So, decision made. I am going to reuse. I'm not even going to remove them, because I removed one but I've got it back on, no problem. I'm going to reuse the originals. If at some point this bites me on the arse and for whatever reason they were leaking and they need changing, it's not a massive job. It's a pain in the arse, but it's not a massive job to pull the head off and replace it. So, what would you guys do? I mean, that's what I'm going to do. Probably nothing you guys say will make me change my mind, but I would be interested. What would you do? But that aside, we've now got to see about grinding these valves. Now what I've done here, as you can see, I've got them in a metal tray. I've marked the bottom of the tray EX for exhaust, internal. They're in the order that they came out of the head, and the same springs and everything will be going back in the same holes. So one at a time. Intake, so that's that way round, so that and that head are now orientated the same. So get down there, no, get up there. Oh, I'm fucking editing shit, I'm no Steven Spielberg. We can face that off on my stolen chopping board that I pinched off the wife, my famous chopping board. So what we'll do is one at a time. We'll get one of these valves. That one goes in there. We need to prop that up on something actually, and then we'll clean that up and we'll grind every single valve in. One at a time, and we'll pop that back together. Now I'm going to clean this valve up on the wire wheel, then we'll get some grinding paste. We'll do the first one on camera, and then I'll go off camera and we'll do all the others, bring you back when they're all done. Right, just a second, I just want to clean this up on the wire wheel. Obviously there is the before. It's not going to clean up perfectly, but it looks in very good condition actually. So yeah, back soon. Right, before I lap them valves in, I think it'll be easier to face off the head now. So I've got wifey's chopping board here. I've carpet glued a bit of emery cloth onto the surface, and then I'm just going to give that some note to self, buy some more WD-40. Right, let's give that a coat of WD-40, which I'm nearly out of, and then I'll get the cylinder head on the emery cloth, and the emery cloth moves, which wasn't meant to happen. Different directions. Don't take long actually. So as you can see, that's starting to come nice and smooth. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this other surface as well, both sides, and then we'll bring you back for a look. Right, I've cleaned that up best I can. It's a damn sight better than using a scraper and a bit of sandpaper, doing it that way, and that's not a bad surface at all. A couple of marks in there, but no amount of sanding is going to get them out. And then other side, same thing, we did that. That's not quite as critical a mating surface, but even so, certainly don't want oil leaking out of it, and I think that's going to be good enough. So the next stage is valve grinding. Now the good thing about this particular valve grind is that it don't really need it, so all I've got to really do is tickle them up. That's been on the wire wheel and has come out really good. There's no pitting in that whatsoever, so we are just going to tickle them up. I might go straight to fine. Screwdriver. What I mean by that, this grinding paste is coarse on one end. It's like a double-ended can with a divider in it. It's coarse on that end, smooth on that end. So what you'd normally do with a badly pitted valve is coarse grind it and then fine tune it with the fine stuff. Fine tune with the fine. That's a joke there. Anyway, because these are really good condition, I'm going straight to fine. So we get a bit of that and we smear it on that seating edge. Nat did a thing the other day, didn't he, with a, he used some drill, I think, I can't remember now. He did something with a drill to make life easy, and I might go and try and do something similar. But that pops into the, get it off the edge so that it don't fail. It goes into there. I could do with something better to stand that on actually. What could I use? Because I'm going to be putting pressure on it. Bum 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 bum, come on, improvise, improvise. Where are you? Where is it? It's that one here, you daft twat. Yeah. So, let me just get something to stand that on. A couple of bits of wood, I suppose. Right, not do. Dollop of wood. That should be fine. And then, on with the sucky thing. That doesn't really work. It's not really gripping. Oh, that's better. So what we're actually looking for, let's just pop that out again, is on that edge is a smooth light grey continuous ring. So we'll pop that in again. I think I've got to find a better way of twizzling that valve, to be honest. That did something with a drill. I'm going to have to go and have a quick look at his video, I think. I think he might chop one of these off and put it in a drill. But that's really not working. Anyway, you get the gist. Let me see if I can find a better way, just a sec. Ha-ha! Work smarter, not harder. Not that fucking smart, ain't turning. Is it turning? Oh, is it fuck? Well, that fucking smart then, was it? Oh dear. Anyway, you get the gist of what I'm doing. So I'm going to grind all 8 of these valves in, and then when we're done, we'll bring you back for some assembly. Right, that took some time. But every valve has been cleaned up, reground and refitted to the head. So it's looking good. Whether it will perform good is another issue. But yeah, I'll be interested to get this back together now and do another bench compression test and see if we've still got that discrepancy between the two. I'm hoping it was that broken ring and that ridge isn't going to make the problem, well, still there if you like. That needs a damn good clean, which would probably be as easy to do while it's off, and the whole engine is going to need a paint as well, but I'll probably do that as a complete unit. What I was also going to do is after I've painted it, I was gonna, whether I can be bothered or not, but just expose the bare metal on the edges of those fins there, because I think it would look quite good. Let me get something a little bit more aggressive and we can get an idea what it looks like. So, yeah, that'll do. Just, this is not me finishing it because I've got to paint it yet, but I thought after I painted it, if I expose the metal on the edge of that, something like that, I think it might look better. But anyway, we're way ahead of ourselves there. That's as much as I'm going to do to the engine today. So we'll cover that up, put that to one side. We can now start to get that back together, but like I said, not now. One thing I did want to do, come over here you lot. I'm going to fit the centre stand spring, because I've got all sorts of goodies in here that I bought, but yeah, these are, oh, I forgot them. I bought myself some new drills. Yeah, somewhere near is a very expensive spring. That's it. Main stand spring. Come here you bugger. Genuine OEM. Had to import it from Germany. It's the only place that had one, and that was about 23, 24 quid. It was expensive, but let me just set you down. We'll fit it. Nah, change of plan. I'm not going to fit it now. The reason being, that stand stops on the exhaust, I think, and the thing that stops it isn't there yet. So I don't want that spring pulling that into the metal. So we'll pop that back in the box and cover everything up. Oh, excuse me. I think we'll call it a day there, guys. I think I've done enough. We've got the head fully rebuilt. We've got that piston ring fitted. So maybe tomorrow we'll start engine assembly. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.